What I've understood from discomfort of the experiences that I've had in my life is that once I've learned to heal all the, inauthenticity, meaning everything that I thought was once real and true to me, whether it was that in relationships, in finances, in career, and I took a blindfold off and started being real with myself and calling myself out, you know, with love, no judgment, and no shame. And understanding that basically we have to go through things to really see our true power. What are we really capable of? And in, how can I say this? In short words, basically, the ancients already knew this. People from way back civilizations, they wrote about this. They were experiencing the very same thing we are experiencing now, with our mental chaos, our emotional chaos. But they knew better how to handle, all that. They had schools for these things. My God. you know, we as a civilization now have been programmed and to be disconnected from ourselves because there's so many distractions, so many like things that are being pushed in our face that we need to chase because we need to prove our worthiness and prove that we are somebody. you know I don't think about my past experiences no more because I've already worked through them, thankfully. And now I'm working on myself now and getting better. You can choose the easy path, which is staying with what the world keeps telling you to be and comply, or choose the hard path and do the hard things that your spirit, your heart is telling you to do. That can look very different for everybody, the hard path. And for me was to quit my job and try to make something happen because I don't want to live in survival mode anymore. I don't want to live from that place anymore because I see potential in myself and I want to live up to my full potential that God, the Creator, put in me, gave me. And I think that when we face our fears and sit in the discomfort of those things, and once we go through them, it's not as bad as we think it is. We always make it seem worse than what it really is. In ancient times, people would actually put themselves in difficult isolations, to really build that self-awareness within them, be in discomfort to get to know themselves. And we don't realize that. We don't know that because the world doesn't want us to know that. What happens if we, as a people of the world, were to really rise up and build a lot of consciousness and self-awareness? We wouldn't need the governments of the world. That's not what I'm saying, though. What I'm trying to say is a lot of the discomfort that we go through, it's unconscious. It's unconscious because there's no self-awareness. And it's hard to heal what you're not aware of. And life puts us through these difficult experiences, whether in love, finances, career, whatever it might be, to really realize our full potential and our authenticity that we can find. Shifting your mindset from victimhood to empowerment, meaning that you realize your responsibility in the situation that you find yourself in, because at some point you made a choice to be there. But find the empowerment that you can get yourself out, that you don't have to be a victim to your reality anymore.